Hey guys, this is Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. This is my furry feline Raven. She is 15, and for those of you who may not know, my channel is named after her. Some people think I have a daughter, which in part it is true. Only she is a precious furry-legged daughter. You okay, baby? I know how you don't like being on your tail. Are you okay? She just had a big yawn. Big yawn. Okay, so this is part 2 of the yarn haul and yarn unboxing from Herrschnets, and the yarn I got from Dollar Tree and Ollie's. Yes, Ollie's had some more yarn. I had to go back for some more. I was there last week and was anxious for next payday, so I could go back and get more, and I got more. And I got some stuff for you guys too. I'm going to be putting in another giveaway, so... Okay, I previously mentioned a great snack that just came out. I have to show you guys. These are so delicious. I went into work one day and my boss was walking around with these in his hand. You want one? You want one? You want one? You want one? I'm like, okay, how much are they and where are they at? And then we were talking about where they came from, what vendor delivered them. And he said, we only get them if we order a box. I'm like, order another box. Right off the bat, order another box. Everyone loves Oreos if they love chocolate, and crunchy chocolate at that. But this is gingerbread. Gingerbread Oreos. It's like butterscotch. Oh. It's like cocktail shrimp. I need my own room and a bit of privacy just so I can enjoy them. Okay, gingerbread Oreo limited edition. There are 5 festive designs on them. Gingerbread flavored cookie, naturally and artificially flavored, cream with crunchy sugar crystals. And no, it is not peppermint. They are just sugar crystals. They are so delicious. 3 servings, and 1 serving is 2 cookies. There are 6 cookies in here. They all have different images, like the gingerbread man. They have the gingerbread house. They have one that says Joy, which is my niece's name. And they have one that said, the first time I saw it and I was at work, I was munching on these. And it said, Oreos for Santa. And I'm like, Oreos from my mouth. Much, much, much. So, I'm not going to eat it right now, but I do want to show you what it looks like. And they smell just like gingerbread. I love gingerbread. Okay, so here's one. This is a Christmas tree. We're going to get back to the yarn here in a second. I just thought some of you guys would love to see these. And it says the Oreo branding. And this video is not sponsored. It's always sponsored by Raven's Crochet. Yours truly. Mwah. So here's what the frosting looks like. It's got sugar crystals in there that are like in like an orange or red tone. It looks like there's red and orange in there. And no, they're not candy cane bits at all. They don't taste like peppermint. They just give it that nice extra little crunch in the cream. They are very, very good, and that's a lot of cream. So I'm going to put that back and save it for later because we've got yarn to discuss. The main reason, by the way, that I like gingerbread, it's a very special memory in my life. When my grandmother was here, she would make gingerbread cookies every single year, but they were not the traditional gingerbread men. We didn't make Christmas shapes or anything. She had one of those old brass cookie cutters with the little bitty handle on top, which I have it. It is in the shape of a reindeer. His limbs are extended. He's flying. And so we always make reindeer cutouts with gingerbread cookie dough. We always made it from scratch. And then we would either use red icing or red hots for the nose until they finally came out with the sparkling red icing. They come in like the little plastic tubes. I don't really like hot stuff, but we did use the red hots on the majority of them. But we always used the red icing and then the sparkly red icing, which is my favorite thing to use for his nose. So you kind of like overlap them a little bit, so only the noses are exposed. Ice them all, put them in the freezer to set for a couple of hours. or put them in the fridge, you know, and then within a few hours you can serve them at your party, Christmas party. So it was always something we did every single year. It's a good memory. So this is the last yarn that I showed you guys from Herrschnets. I'm gonna make a bathroom rug with this, and it's obviously more than 137 yards. I'm always terrible at math. I don't know, for some reason why. Right after 6th grade, I started hating math more and more. I don't know, it's just not my thing. You know, everyone has their shtick. My shtick is yarn. I'm always working on yarn. I'm always making stuff and gifting stuff out of yarn. I literally have a hard time keeping up making my own stuff for me, because I'm always wanting to make stuff for other people. But anyways, this is the Shadow Ombre, 74 yards, so 220-ish, 230 yards. I'm not going to tell you the exact number because I'm terrible at math, but it's at least 230 yards. This might be enough for a long bath mat, considering that I want to thicken this up. This is a bulky 6, super bulky 6, and I'm wanting to work with maybe like a 12 weight yarn, just because multiple strands of yarn are much better for thicker, chunkier, squishier, and more absorbent bath mats. And I have a narrower walkway now, and one of my bath mats are too long because I have to put two together. It's, you know, either not long enough for one, for two, it's whatever. I've got it partially rolled up against the bathtub, but I want to make my own rug. Okay, so I have 2 different other yarns to show you guys. I saw this colorway and I fell in love. This colorway is called Grapevine, and it is by Willow Verbena. Their slogan says, "Show the world who you are and what you love." It's a 3.5 ounce skein, 100 grams, 370 yards, 339 meters. They are classifying this as a 3, which is written on the image of the ball band right there. But to me, it looks like a number 2 weight, like all the way. It looks like a 2 weight yarn. Sorry for my dry fingers and cuticles. I need to get the coconut oil back out. It looks like a 2 weight to me, but this colorway is gorgeous. And sometimes I like to either double these up. I always like to double up my 2 weight yarns, especially if I really love the yarn and it's super soft. This is pretty much a sock yarn, by the way. The fiber content is 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. You can gently wash, lay flat to dry, and you can gently iron. I would like lightly hover over it real close, or maybe lay a cotton cloth over it and then gently touch with it with a hot iron. But if you want to do something like that yourself and partially dry clean it that way, I would use a steamer. And you can get a handheld small portable steamer. Once I have my cabinet in here in place, sitting underneath my washing machine, I'm going to have a better setup, and that storage caddy is going to be clear for nothing but stuff from my washing machine. The soaps I use, the ingredients I use to make my soap with, because it's going to be cheaper and it's going to be better for the machine and healthier for my laundry and my skin and healthier for my wallet too. I'm going to have my steamer set up there. I have a small portable one. I haven't even busted it out yet because I don't have a setup space for it. I need to crochet some cotton pads to use in there for for hot items to sit on. I got to make my grandmother's kitchen stuff too anyway, so I might as well bust out the rest of my cotton. But all that cotton one of my lovely yarny friends gave me, so that's what I'm wanted me to be using that for. But anyways, I got 2 of these at 370 yards each. That's enough to make a beautiful shawl. And I might work with these together and I can make it like a small shawlette, but I prefer larger shawls. So I could order 2 or 3 more of these if I wanted to, or I could add a lace weight or fingering yarn to this. I have a sparkly light, medium light tone silver that sparkles. It's got that subtleness to it. It makes it gorgeous. This is way too dark of a tone to work in my sparkly lace weight black. I do have a sparkly lace weight pearl. I think it's in a pearl tone. It's not stark white. I think it's in pearl. Like an ecru. That would look gorgeous with this. That would even brighten the colorway up a little bit and make it pop more, especially for, you know, fancy festivities and stuff. Gorgeous. This is so scarfable, and it was made to be sockable. 75% super wash wool and 25 nylon. Okay, the other yarn I got in this Herrschner box, I only bought because of one color name. I fell in love with Premier yarn even more after I saw that they had a color name on one of their dark yarns. It's Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday DK. The color name is Raven. I almost cried when I saw that. I've never seen a yarn company in the United States up until now give any of their color yarns a name of called Raven. I've given Raven her name for multiple reasons, not just one. When I was younger, I liked a show called That's So Raven. Some of you may know this. Have seen it on Disney. I gave her the name because of her hair color as well. Raven is, I think it's the largest out of sparrows and crows together. I think ravens are the largest. And I always, you know, like things bigger, you know, go big or go home. Try to go all the way instead of half the way to meet your goal. Instead of, I had an opportunity to go for my GED, and instead I kept going and I got my diploma because it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So anyways, I'm rambling off again. I'm forever in love with Premier yarns now because of this, just because of the color name, Raven. If they had an animal line, Raven, I would hope would be part of it. But I bought 4 colors, one of each, and this will be plenty enough for me to make what I have in mind for this. My favorite colorway is in between these two tones, the antique mauve, antique rose, and the gentle purple tones. And it's not a true purple, it's not a true eggplant, it's not a true lavender, it's not a true orchid. They've given this color name Grape Jam. I love that. I always have jam in my house. Growing up as a kid, grape jam was my favorite. Now it's apricot. I love apricot. The antique mauve, of course, is one of my favorite colors. And Raven has this color on the inside of her ears, and her tongue is about this color. It's the brightest of the color, this pink. And then close to everyone's skin tone, very close to Raven's skin tone. This is called Rose, by the way. And then this one is called Cappuccino. I loved my cappuccinos. That was the first thing, that was the closest thing to coffee I would ever drink. Until I actually started to really like coffee. But I only like sweet flavored coffees, such as cinnamon roll or donut, which I'm currently drinking. I have a cup of coffee in the morning, maybe 5 days a week. And I put a buttload of French vanilla creamer in it. So to me, it's just a homemade coffee cappuccino in my book. And it goes perfect with these colors. So what I'm going to make with this is a striped prayer shawl. Raven is 15 years old. She's not going to be around forever. And this prayer shawl will remind me of the embrace and the companionship and the love that I got while having Raven. It's just been me and her for the past, I want to say 11 years. I have been through some dating, and I have lived other places with people, but for generally, it's just been me and her for the last 11 years. That's about how long she's been away from her natural-born siblings. Her mother had 2 litters. She was in the 2nd litter, so she had some older siblings, and a sibling her same age that was previously living with us in a previous apartment. But anyways, I'm rambling again. These colorways will be gorgeous. I'm going to start with the cappuccino, go to the rose, go to the grape jam, and do some Raven, and then start again. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do an ombre effect. I could go to, and what I mean by that is starting with the cappuccino, rose, grape jam, raven, back to grape jam, rose, cream, like this kind of ombre effect, going back and forth. But I don't know how my yarn supply would last like that. So I'm thinking of just, 1, 2, 3, 4, repeat. One color, 1, 2, 3, 4, repeat. And I think I want the darkest color on the bottom most outer edge of the shawl, because that'll just kind of it'll make it pop. And it'll kind of even out the color transitions and the appearance of the lighter colors, and making it not look so narrow, but it's not looking so wide. Because you know how darker colors make you look smaller, brighter colors make you look bigger. It'll even out that transition. So I think these colorways are so gorgeous, and I'm so anxious to start on this. So that's it for Herrschnets. Let's get on with, well, there's one more thing from Herrschnets. I almost forgot. These are $1. These are measuring tools by Red Heart. They measure your hooks, they measure any sewing needles, and it has a, 2 inch, this is a 2-inch ruler. So you can measure, make sure your corners are even, and then this will help you with your gauge swatches. And they were $1. I got 3 of them. I'm going to be putting one of these in a giveaway. So stay tuned for that, because I'm excited. I'm going to do a giveaway really soon for Thanksgiving. Just as a thank you, and to show you guys how grateful I am that you guys are my yarny friend here watching. So I got a couple more of these, just yarn worsted by Premier. These are $1, of course, at Dollar Tree. This is my favorite colorway, Rose. It's 100% acrylic, 131 yards, 120 meters, 2.11 ounces, 60 grams. It's a 4 worsted weight yarn, easily washable and dryable. It's super, super soft. It feels just like, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby or Red Heart Super Soft. It's even softer than Red Heart Super Soft. Premier is so good with their yarn. I'm more and more in love with them. Every time I pick, it seems like every time I get more yarn from Premier, I just fall more in love with them. I got another one of these. I only found one this time. The last time it was a cream colored yarn. This one is a true green. Looks like a varsity green. It's showing up a little brighter on camera than it is in real life. But I'd say it's about this color tone right here. It's a really nice Christmas green. Be perfect to make a Christmas tree. Ooh, I get Christmas tree. Because I have my grandmother's tree topper that I love to use as my small mini tree. It's like about 2.5 feet tall. And I put multicolored lights on it and all my favorite little ornaments, and I don't have a spot for it, so I might just crochet me a tree this year and hang it up. This is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 200 yards, 200 meters, 220 yards. It is 100% acrylic, but it does not say the yarn weight, which I don't know why. Crafter Square acrylic yarn. Gauge swatch measurements, recommended needle size, 6 hook, 5 knitting needle.